said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the ACC, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Just never had a chance to shake him. He'll be brought down at the 24. The Ducks offense takes the field. As many good things as the Oregon coaching staff had done, they certainly had the monkey on their back. 0 for 3 against Washington in their first 2 years. All one-score games. They finally got it right a year ago, and you got to think the Dogs are now looking for payback.
Yeah, it was a 28-point beatdown. So they got the monkey off the back. Dan Lanning gets his first win versus Washington. This is always a great rivalry game, and Oregon got the momentum back in this series a year ago, Palmer.
Yeah, they did. They had great balance on offense, too. Remember Dylan Gabriel throwing it and Jordan James on the ground running it. So they're going to look to do a little bit more of that in this one today.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Moore to the air. Right on the money. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route. You've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. Just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
Got it in the middle. It's Benson. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. So Washington's offense will go to work for the first time today. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how's the guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get them in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give them a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time out.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Quarterback making checks. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to turn the corner on the right. It's a seam wide open. Rustled out of bounds at the 26. A huge pickup on the ground. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
And such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
The Huskies are rolling down the field. They'll give it to him again. This time, stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Williams looking for a man. And they can't complete the bullet pass on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about in that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity, and to put 3 on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Finds his target down the middle. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Ducks have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. On the run, it's Hughes. Plows through the defense. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Moore will throw. Fires to the middle. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. For decades, Washington dominated this rivalry. The 1994 and the pick by Kenny Wheaton took it to the house, and since that moment, this rivalry has been on.
It's been so much fun to watch. For years, it had conference championship implications. We've seen Heisman Trophy implications in this one. More recently, college football play.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Oregon was dominant last season until the Ducks ran into that Ohio State juggernaut in the Rose Bowl, and that left Oregon still in search of its long-awaited first national title.
Well, Dan Lanning has built this thing into a national championship contender. He's done it in the trenches. But I'm curious to see what they do at quarterback and how that position plays out. Dylan Gabriel exhausted his 17th year of eligibility finally last year, David, so that's where my eyes are at.
He did, no doubt about it. He was around for a long time, but I think it's more the excitement with Lanning and continuing to bring in high recruiting classes, but breaking through and getting that first national title. They're on the precipice. Is this the year?
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. We've reached the ring. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab. It's Benson. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of
wide open spaces. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Huskies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Quarterback may change this route. Trying play action. Throwing right. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name in college football history, Sonny Six Killer. That guy was throwing seeds at the University of Washington. This dude right here, putting on his best Sonny Six Killer impersonation.
Caught in the backfield, it's Green. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, he just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Williams will pass. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll try to get outside. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense, scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football, and creating a negative play.
The Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The play action fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Washington sends out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the ball comes to rest right there. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've sputtered a bit early, not being able to move the football, having to punt it away each of the first 2 times they had it. They go to the ground. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Now on 2nd down. Moore to the air. Rushes on him. Lost. The defense is wide open. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Looking to throw on 1st down. Wide open downfield. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Well, after that completion on the corner route, it'll be interesting to see if later in the game the offensive coordinator tries to set the defense up by showing them the same pre-snap look, but this time sending the receiver to the middle of the field.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his back in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Caught close to the marker. It's Benson. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. First and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks!
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a one-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead down 7-3. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. With jet sweep pass. Quick spin on the line. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And the Huskies can really attack on this second and short. Williams looking for a man. Finds his tight end. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards, and then stop that clock.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. This time it's complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Makes the grab. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, they wait all year for this game, and the Ducks and Huskies could just give us one fun finish today. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better second half?
Might be calling a hot route. Williams will pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Boston. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Now facing a third and long. Williams looking for a man. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Off play action on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do.
Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. Taking it the other way. He's at the 10, and he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Husky.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Florida State is running away with this one right now, and it's kind of felt that way since we saw Chief Osceola and Renegade. They won by 21 over Alabama. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The inside handoff. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Grabbed over the middle. It's Stewart. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going.
Turning it on! Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Ducks racing to the line in a hurry-up. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Brings up second down.
The Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Williams will pass. Pulls it in. It's Boston. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Running to the left. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Second down as we open the final stanza. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Williams looking for a man. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Turning on the Jets. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback making adjustments. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Huskies need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Williams will pass. With the catch, it's Boston. Didn't get nearly enough done on 3rd down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. What a disappointment. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll pull it on the read. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Moore will throw. Plucks it out of the air. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And that's a great throw by this young man. Listen, he's had an up-and-down day, actually probably a little bit more down than up. But this is the big moment. This is where his team needs him to come through. Great start. Let's see if he can put this together, trailing late in this football game.
Defense not fooled there in a 2-minute situation. This offense trying to go quick game, trying to catch some blocks. You see if they can spring that guy, but the defensive pursuit just too good on that one.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to throw it. Got it set up on the outside. He's loose. And after the pickup, gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. On third down, he drops the throw. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
Well, they took a shot in the end zone to win the game. They didn't come up with it, so now you're expecting them to kick the field goal and try and play for overtime.
And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. Splits the uprights, it's good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied up.
Man, that's a big kick. That's a big moment, a lot of pressure. He delivers, ties this football game up late in the fourth quarter.
Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. Bringing it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
The Huskies in a good spot here with second and short. Williams looking for a man. It's complete to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. Now on first down from the 28. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's screen. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Gets the back moving. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grab near the marker, it's Boston. They've got it to the 49-yard line and they'll move the chains. Washington wants to go quickly. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8.
Timeout, Washington.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. off the play fake on first down. Moving away from pressure. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give yourself a chance, an opportunity to maybe be successful at the end of this football game.
Williams will pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football, and finding out which of these 2 teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
We'll get it. Quarterback on the keeper. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get down.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. From the gun, running back gets the give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Williams looking for a man. It's complete on the right side. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Big third down here as they try to keep the drive alive. A touchdown will win it. Might be changing the route. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. He got it in and walk-off touchdown in overtime. It is steeped in animosity and laced in bitterness, and in this one, it is crowned with victory for Washington as the Huskies take down the Ducks. That will put the route